Okay, Roshan, your first session with me, did you have a demo session earlier?
No, this is my first class here.
And you just enrolled?
Yes.
All right, great. Welcome to EnglishYaari. Let's start the
Thank you,
journey.
ma'am.
Can you introduce yourself for me?
Sure. My name is Rausan and I am from Bihar. I recently graduated with English honors and currently I'm working as an English teacher in a school.
Hmm.
At the same time, I have created a YouTube channel where I talk about books, movies, and I connect with different English learners. I call it Sasta Podcast and I just talk to them.
You talk to teachers.
It's strangers, teachers, like whomever I can. Like it's a kind of content creation for whoever is learning this language. So I
All
just
right,
talk to them.
all
Hmm.
right, great. So, anyway, what motivated you to take up English
English Yari or just English language?
language?
Language. Uh, Stories have always fascinated me ever since I was a child. I
Hmm.
used to, read Champak and Balhans. Those were in Hindi actually. But as I grew up, smartphone, internet, I was introduced to comics.
Hmm.
So I thought that there is more uh, media here.
Hmm.
Like there are a lot of stories which I can consume, which is in a different language. So without even realizing it, I was reading, I was watching, and somehow I learned it. And then, yes.
So now, why are you learning English, spoken English?
Now I'm working as an English teacher and I'm trying to become one. Like I also want to train students whom I can teach.
Hmm.
So for that, I want to have a good command over it.
All right, great. One thing I noticed was you're speaking with confidence. That itself is 75% a win-win situation because uh, what becomes a problem or a hurdle in majorly a hurdle in learning process is if you're not confident, right?
Hmm.
That is the magical ingredient actually. If you're not confident, so many fears will be there, like you're afraid to talk, and you're afraid of being ridiculed or made fun of. You're
Hmm.
afraid of committing errors or mistakes, and then all these thoughts tend to make you diffident. Do you
Hmm.
understand? So when
Yes.
you, but, what I tell my learners is, please talk
Hmm.
confident. Never mind the errors. It will come. We will correct it. But at least attempt talking. It's
Yes.
only when you
Yes.
talk you can improve. So this is one thing that you already have. So I am not worried about that. So let me just quickly introduce myself, and then we'll move on.
Sure.
Oh, you didn't tell me about your hobbies, Roshan.
All right. I love reading and watching movies. And
Okay.
whenever I get chance, if somebody invites me to play cricket, only then. Otherwise, I like to stay in my room, reading movies. That's what I do.
All right, great.
Actually,
So,
I'm kind of nervous. You told me earlier that I look confident, but the reason I started my YouTube channel, it was to look confident. I have always been a camera conscious person,
okay.
but I have seen your videos or speakers like you, tutors like you, and it really inspires me, like the way you guys conduct classes. So it really inspires me, and that was one of the reason why I started recording my own videos,
All right.
just
Okay.
to look confident and have that ability to express my ideas.
Great. It's a good start. At least you did it. All right,
Hmm.
so Roshan, how long have you been teaching?
I started when I was in my second year of graduation, so it's been almost 1.5 years.
No, you are formally teaching or are you taking tuitions?
In a school, I'm
Hmm.
teaching. So
How many,
formally, yes,
formally, how many years?
1.5 years.
Okay, great. Okay, so
I
don't
would,
worry.
you are going to introduce yourself. I would love to know about you.
All right. My name is Hazel. I've been taking English language and literature in regular institutions for 16 years and 4 years online. That's a collected 20 years of experience. Over these
Hmm.
years, I've gathered a lot of tips and tricks with which I can help you overcome your hurdles. I am a mother of two children. Currently, I'm residing in my hometown, which is in Kerala. I've got lots of hobbies. I'm an avid reader. I read as much as I can when I get time. I'm also a painter. I paint acrylic, oil on canvas, glass painting, fabric painting. I'm also into clay modeling also. And these days
Hmm.
I'm doing mixed media art of mixing painting and modeling, clay modeling together.
Hmm.
I'm also musically inclined. I play three instruments and I sing as well. I'm an avid writer.
You are an artist.
I compose poems basically, but currently I'm working on a collection of short stories and a novel.
Hmm.
So this is all about.
Great.
Yeah. And thank you. What do you understand by outgoing?
Outgoing simply means the one who doesn't, who says what he feels like, and who is easy to talk to, and whom you can approach quite easily. That's what I think outgoing is.
All right. Same thing, the other side also. That person also does not feel afraid to approach anyone, all right, or
Yes.
talk to anyone. They're social. Great.
Hmm.
Can you give me one word for outgoing and friendly?
Outgoing and friendly.
Huh.
Amiable.
Okay. What's the
Yes.
opposite of extrovert?
Introvert.
Yes, that is quiet and shy. What
Hmm.
do you understand by curiosity?
The one who is interested in different things, right? To know what exact, like ideas.
To know. Know is the
Hmm. To know.
know is
Yes.
the operative word. A person who is eager, inquisitive,
Hmm.
earnestly searching for something. That is a curious person, right?
Yes.
What can you say about an
Sorry to
organized?
interrupt you, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you. Do we have to follow that PDF or can we just talk?
No, we need to because this is your first session, isn't it?
So I think I'm aware of EnglishYaari by watching a lot of videos. Like I
Okay.
have seen how this works. So if you are comfortable with that, I would love to talk about your background literature. I think you mentioned you have been teaching literature, right?
Yeah. So here in the session, we do not talk. You talk, and then you
Yeah,
are.
I would love to talk. Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
because I will be uploading this video on my YouTube, right?
So I read anything and everything that comes into my hand. I love PD James. I love all the classics. I reread them sometimes to get
Hmm.
sentence structures, to get to get some. Uh, Sometimes some classic writers they use common words in uncommon situations. I do that. So like
Yes.
Jane Austen, Thomas Hardy. What
And do
about
you
you?
have any? I'm also interested in classics. I feel like they are challenging, but at the same time, you feel like you get a lot of it.
Which is the
You
last?
get a,
Which is the last classic that you read recently?
recently The Catcher in the Rye.
By
I think it was by J.D. Salinger or something.
and what did you find interesting in this author?
I felt like the main character was just me, just complaining about everything. I'm not 17 years old, but that guy was 17 years old. And he complained about everything, like adults, his school, and he wasn't happy with anything. Just he kept on complaining, complaining. But the end, but as I read the ending, it made sense by his activities, his personality. He was looking, he was a really lonely person. Like to whomever he was meeting, he started to talk. That's what he was doing. But
And you
no,
resonated
no,
with
no.
this
Yes,
character.
I resonated with with the complaining part. He,
Do you complain a lot?
I complain a lot, and that's my issue. Like even if things are going fine, I tend to complain.
All right. So why does this come up? I mean, I mean, does that mean that you are diffident inside?
Mm, like I never feel content about myself. Even if I'm able to do something, I feel like I could have done it in a better manner. So I guess that monologue.
That's being a perfectionist, right? That's not
Hmm,
complaining. That's being a perfectionist. You're pushing your limits. That's actually up to a certain point good, but don't be very harsh with yourself because you need to be kind to yourself. If you're not kind to yourself, nobody else will be kind to you. Do you get it?
hmm,
You're the
yes,
only person who knows you so well. So you need to be kind to yourself and look for justifications as to why you did certain jobs in a certain manner. And
hmm,
of course, your point also. I think I feel I can do it better. But give yourself the allowance and make
hmm,
yourself understand, yes, I did it like this because of such and such reason. But next
hmm.
time I'll do better and leave it and move on. Or else you'll be, stuck in that rut.
That is spiral. And I try to, but at the end of the day, whenever I'm trying to stay away from it, I feel like, it attracts me. Like I have to think about it.
You need to break away from that loop because it can be very demoralizing in the long run, and it
Hmm.
can stop you from progress also. So please try to move away from it. Right? Try as much as you can.
Yes.
Consciously stop those thoughts and then move on. That's it. There's no other way to cure it.
I guess yes.
Yeah. So you need to do that because no one else is doing this to you. You're doing it to yourself. That can be very harmful. Of course,
Hmm.
up to a certain extent, it's fine.
So, like, if somebody, for example, if somebody like me who wants to just talk and who wants you to also participate in that, right? For example, we were talking about classics, so I would love to know about your interest, like what made you to read and who were the authors who had a kind of impact on you, and art. I think you are an artist, you are writing poetry, doing all sorts of painting. So, like, you are quite interesting. I would love to talk about you on, for example, I call it Sasta podcast. Like, there is in my real life, I invite my friends and I talk to them in this language, right? But now I'm running out of friends. I had five or five, six, and like not all of them speak English. So this is the alternative I thought I should try.
All right, great. I'm looking forward to meeting you again another session, Roshan. All right, so the time is
Yes.
run out, and I hope to see you soon. Till we meet again, God bless. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.